There are basically three types of diversity: genetic diversity, species diversity, and ecological diversity. So, what is genetic diversity? Genetic diversity, if I have to just tell in four words, I would say variation at genetic level. So, diversity at the genetic level is what we are considering under genetic diversity. What do you mean? Let's take certain examples to understand. There are approximately 1000 varieties of mangoes, or say for example we could also consider the varieties of rice. There are approximately 50,000 varieties of rice. Now, other than this, one of the other things what you could remember is in terms of Ruvalfia. Ruvalfia vomitoria is one of the plants which is generally grown in Himalayan mountains. So, in Himalayan mountains, when you see from the valley, I would say from the base of the Himalayan mountains, as you go higher, you can see these Ruvalfia vomitoria growing all throughout. Now, these plants are generally grown for one of the medicinal purposes, which is a reserpine. Reserpine is that chemical which helps in various kind of treatments. Say for example, hypertension is being treated with it. Similarly, you could also treat cholera, and also it is very useful in snake bites. This reserpine is basically an alkaloid which is being extracted from the roots. Actually, the bark part of the root, that part generally reserpine is extracted. Now, why we are speaking of reserpine extracted from Ruvalfia vomitoria? Ruvalfia vomitoria, if you see in the Himalayan mountains, say Himalayan mountains, there is a tree here also and there is a tree here also. Reserpine extracted from the tree at the top is of high potency, and the tree from the bottom of the Himalayan mountains, the potency is very low. So, reserpine extracted here is of low potency. So, what we understand is there is genetic variety based on the location. There is another Ruvalfia species, if you see, it is called as Ruvalfia serpentine. This is generally grown in Africa. In Africa, there are various forms of Ruvalfia serpentine which again has different potency based on different locations of Africa.